Hi everyone, thanks for coming to our Career Corners again. This is Ning, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about star stories. So as previously session mentioned, during the interview there will be lots of questions that's expected or common questions. And among them, one type of questions are very commonly asked nowadays during interviews. That is behavior questions. So behavior questions, what is that? I'm sure some of you heard of it. Basically, it is a type of questions that will require some sort of behavior or examples. So, for example, questions such as, can you tell me about a time when you solved a conflict? Or things like, tell me about a time when you have a challenge with a customer, but you handle it in a very good way. Things like that. So any question that will basically have either one, hypothetical situations, or two, requesting you or sort of asking you to list a real life example, then that would be a behavioral question. And how to answer that? What's the best way to go about it, right? There are actually a formula that you can use. I'm sure once you probably have lots to say. So when there's a question, even if you're really familiar with, without a formula or sort of a framework, you could get a little unfocused or start chatting too much in detail about it, and or basically highlight different things that's not supposed to be highlighted. So here I'm going to show you how to use a STAR strategy to answer a behavior question. Okay? You ready? Let's get started. So what does S stands for in STAR? So STAR is abbreviation for situation, task, action steps, and result. So there are some other ways to form it. I can go in detail for each little words here, but for task, I personally prefer to use talent instead of task. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. So situation is when you have, it's the opening of your experience or the story that you're trying to tell, right? This should be emphasized so that people hearing it understand the importance of why you're doing the actions you're doing, right? So either it should be a very challenging situation or a very difficult customer, say, or a very problematic issue, or unexpected circumstances, whatever it is that you're trying to showcase. If you can just try to highlight why is it so difficult, or why is this so challenging within one or two sentences. Words, that would be too crazy. Sentences, that would be really ideal. And then next, what you're going to do is show your task or talent. But this one, it's sort of optional. I kind of prefer to put it at the very end. I would demonstrate an example in a little bit here, but basically you will highlight what kind of task you plan to do and or steps, or what are the talents or skills you utilize this to actualizes your plan. Okay, so the next one will be one of the most important action steps. If you don't have time to say all of them, I highly recommend to say situation, action steps, and results. These three are the core component of your answer, okay? So for action steps, please try to tell the heart of the stories here. So what exactly did you do? And remember, don't say a whole lot of we or the team or our company. Here we wanted to hear what you did, you personally did, not the entire team, or we all made a decision on something. Use as many I as possible, okay? So for example, you say, when I was working at Target, there was an issue with scheduling. There wasn't as many people who are available at certain hours. Based on my observation and our policy, I was able to overcome that challenge by taking steps A, B, and C.